All right, guys,
Hello
we
there.
are live. Welcome back to the channel, getting on the grind and improving your mind. Every single
Oh yeah.
video and live stream that we do, make sure you smash the like button if you're watching this on playback and subscribe to the channel if you've not already. So, today we're going to be going over a video that we found that could be of use to you guys. We could find value from and learn some things from, give good advice from, and add some value here about a guy. He uploaded this video. What does it say? What's the title of this video?
The title is No Friends, No Social Life, No Career at 29. This
So
was
this is
posted, I
kind
think,
of
like a month
the
ago now.
yeah. So this is the kind of guy that we try to help inspire on this channel and try to empower and help people get their own life together with tools that we can hopefully give on this channel. And there are a lot of people that we need to recognize that are lonely. They're lost out there. They don't really have a lot of friends. They don't really know what direction they're going to go in. They're getting older and they're getting more worried as the day goes on. And these people need friends. They need to find their own way. They need to find an identity that they can relate with and find out who they are and provide provide a structure in their life and find their path, so to speak. So, Mike, any thoughts before we get into it?
Yeah, there really are a lot of people out there that might feel this way. And people who do these specific videos like this are really trying to like cry out for help pretty much, and they don't really know where to go, what to do. And so they hope that by doing these types of videos that they can get some good advice. And I know that when we found this video a few weeks back, and we've been wanting to do a live stream on this for a little while now. I had seen that someone did actually make a response video. So this right here is our live response to this video. So we're going to watch this video, react to what he's saying, and give our live commentary and advice on what this person should do, and if anyone else that is watching this that might be in a similar situation, how it can also help you. And so, with that being said, we should just get right into the video. So let's go.
Hey guys, my name is Satyam Agarwal and I'm 29 years old. I have no friends, no social life, and no career. I do have freelance gigs. I'm a video editor, but that's just survival money. That
All right, Mike. I just want to. Can you also put these subtitles on?
Yes, I can put the subtitles on.
Yeah. So he says he has no career, no friends. Now, I don't want to be mean to the guy. He seems like genuinely like a nice guy. Nice guy. TM. But the thing is that we need to acknowledge that we make our own choices in this life. Now, there are things you cannot control that are out of your range. There are life circumstances that you cannot possibly be prepared for, but we can always make the best of our situations that we're given with the events that happen in our lives. If you're 29 years old, so you've had 29 years and you don't have a career, you don't really know what you're doing, you have no friends. Why is my first question. Maybe he'll explain what happened or how he ended up in the situation, kind of like a movie going into replay, like the Memento. But it seems a little interesting that he has not done anything to improve the situation. Now, I'd like to know what the circumstances are, why he has not taken action into improving these circumstances. And if he has no money or career, where is he filming from? Where did he afford the prescription for those glasses? Like, well, what's going on here?
Exactly. I mean, I have no idea where this specifically is set. I'm hoping we're only 20 seconds into this, so we don't really know specifically where he lives, like if he's actually in the States or if he's living out in whatever country he's native from. And we don't really know anything else other than that specifically. So let's hopefully we can learn more in the next 8 minutes and 37 seconds of this video.
helping me survive, and that's it. Throughout my life, I have been very depressed and anxious, and until recently, like 1 year back, I realized that a lot of things that I'm doing in my life in respect to every aspect of things that needs to be there in life, like social life, friends, romantic relationships, a fulfillment, is being hampered just because of the way that I have been brought up, of my own experiences, because of the personality traits that I have. And it's not a very good place to be in.
Okay, so with what he just said just there, it seems like he's kind of saying that the reason why all these things are happening to him is because it's either because of self-infliction or just
It's
like
definitely
his
that.
way of being brought up, so he's not really doing anything about that. It's just, oh, that's just who I am, it's how I am, and all this stuff is
Well, it
happening
gets
around
to
me. It's kind of like a victim type of mentality he's having.
well, it gets to a point where you have to say this might be my fault. You can't just go and say you can't blame society. Well, this is my I had a fatherless home, so that's why I'm a loser. Like, no, you need to have the strength and the courage to get yourself out of these situations, and no matter what, you need to find the will to make your life better. You must have the aspiration. You must find the drive to get yourself out of financial rut, out of depression. Now, you need to make positive choices. That's really what it comes down to. A man is defined by the choices that he makes and what he makes of his life and his circumstances that defines who he is. If you make bad choices or no choices at all, you're going to find yourself in a very negative, bad spot. And you're going to make others around you feel that same negative energy, and they're not even going to want to associate you with, which might be one of the things that's happening with this guy. Maybe he tries to make friends and he could make friends, but when they realize how negative he is and how the lack of motivation, the lack of humor, personality, who he is, his way of life, his unique style. When they find the lack of that, it turns them off, and then like, well, nah, and they just can't connect with him. It's never too late to discover an identity and discover more about yourself. It's never too late to develop a style about yourself that's unique that people want to be around and associate with themselves. Like I am sort of like I'm kind of the clown, but I'm also like, I'm a real one. I'm a bro, but I'm also a clown. I'm also just happy, just fun to be with. Mike can confirm this.
Yes.
And so everyone has to have the unique style that drives people to you and that makes you different from the rest. This guy might not have his own style yet, even though he's 29. He's pretty much a late bloomer. It's not too late for him to make powerful choices that can get him in the way. For example, you join a martial arts environment and you make friends with the martial artists and you train hard with them, and then you develop a social circle in there. Or frequently go to a bar where the same people go to all the time, make friends there, talk it up, get some friends there. Before you know it, you want to come down to my house, play pool this Saturday? Yeah, sure. Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, like you and if speaking about like social, like just social interactions or like having getting friends in general, you can do that in any type of aspect. Like Andrew was saying, he was talking about martial art, he's talking about just going to a public place. You can even like, if you, I wouldn't really recommend it, but you can even just pick up an Xbox and hook it up to the internet and talk to people online.
And
And
all, yeah,
then, like back in the old days, that's what we used to do back in the old days on Xbox Live.
and
That's
yeah, and you
like
could
that
also
is a way that you could. Do I recommend it? I'd rather you do the other things that Andrew was saying, but it is something that is out there that is a solution to this problem as well.
join Discord groups and the Facebook groups and people in your area. Go to events. I mean, the possibilities are endless, especially with the help of the internet. You can find things near you. Go there and have a cool personality and make some cool friends there.
Exactly. Let's continue. Let's hear. We still got a lot more to go.
I realize that I've been dealing with childhood trauma all my life, and that has really affected my life. I have been emotionally neglected in my childhood. I have been physically abused. I have been abandoned as well.
Abandoned. Okay.
I have also tried to tell my parents that I am feeling depressed, that I'm feeling that I need emotional support from them.
Uh, those things make me cry.
Yeah.
But I never got it. They bluntly told me
Blunt.
that yeah, we understand that you need emotional support, but we don't know how to do it. Like these were the words that was being told to a 16-year-old child who is being dealing with depression.
Yeah, let's talk about parents. So a lot of parents don't become a parent if you don't know how to handle your child's bullshit. Like maybe not bullshit per se, but you want to be able to, when your child comes to you with certain problems at a young age, in their teen years, you need to be able to know how to handle that. There's, Mike and I talk about all the time how there's a lot of people out there that should just not be parents.
Yeah,
A
that
bunch of
is 100% a
idiots,
fact.
idiots raising idiots, and it's not good for society. It's not good for the economy. Well, it is good for the economy, but that's a whole other story. We can get into that another day. But when you got to know how to raise your kid right. There needs to be a balance of discipline and also just knowing that you got their back.
Yeah,
And of course you got to send them on their own one day. It is what it is, but you want to give them a fighting chance.
yeah,
But if your kid tells you they have depression, you might have to look a little bit into that and be like, well, why is my kid saying this, and what the hell is he consuming? Because the damn internet.
yeah.
So
Like, what
get
is
around into sports,
yeah,
get your kids out into the real world, make some friends, and just be social.
yeah. When if they come to you saying, "Oh, I have like X anxiety, I have X depression, whatever," you need to ask yourself, okay, so he has these things. Where did it come from? What environments has he been in? What situations has he gone through? What aspects of his life are happening right now that I don't know about that could be causing this? This could be caused by like internet. This could be caused by social media. This could be caused by bullying in school. This could be caused by relationships that, and he doesn't know how to he doesn't understand and how to handle specific relationships. This could be dealing with being able to emotional control. He might not have emotional control. He either it was not taught to him properly from a young age, or it's just something that kind of devolved with how the environment that he was in growing up with, either like with friends or just how things go with school and stuff like that. These are things that you need to, as a parent, you should be able to try to understand and try to find root cause to why specific things are happening. If your child comes up to you and says, I have these issues, I need emotional support, you need to try to give them some sort of emotional support. You can't just be like, I understand that you're going through an issue, but I can't help you. That's fucked up.
At
Like
least,
that's
at
like
least
that's
refer
bad.
him to someone who can help him. You
At the
fool.
least, it'd be like I like if I like let's listen. If I was to be approached by a child of mine at some point, and they come to me and they say they have a problem, and it's a problem that I've never had to deal with in my life, I'd still try to support them in some way. I would try to help them in some way
I will
because
make
I
them laugh
care.
their ass off. I will tell them stories of all the girls I've been with, and they will die laughing. So at least I'll make their day.
I at least would care enough to understand that they have an issue. I might not be able to know how to fix it, but at least I would do something to help them get through whatever they're getting through,
Right.
because
I'll give them a friend.
and at least do it in a way where I'm not babying them to get through it. I'm I pretty much would be there behind them, letting them do it, but I'll be there as a support, because that's what it is, emotional support. You're there a parent is there to support their children, and but you need to do it in a way where they can still do things on their own. They can grow to be independent, because you need to have kids need to become independent as they grow up, but you need to be there to catch them if there's a problem. And if you're telling them that you're not going to do that, especially when they're like, and especially when he said 16 years old, that is where like hormones are going freaking out off the roof and going crazy, and everything is wrong and everything's a problem, and they don't understand anything.
And your
That
parents are
is,
just like, nah.
yeah, and they're just like, nah, dog, it's fine. Like, no, that's not how that works. At least be right there behind them to catch them if there's an issue. If they decide to fall or something happens, at least you're there to back them up, but still let them do things on your own. Guide them in a specific way that, and then they can make their own choices and make their own decisions and act out in the way that they would, because they are their own people as well. They are their own person, but they learn from you and they learn from their environment. So being able to guide them, letting them do it on their own, but being able to catch them if something goes wrong is how it should be. Anyway, let's continue. He's gonna be continuously crying, I'm assuming. So let's get the waterworks out.
And that has really affected a lot of aspects in my life. my personal, my romantic relationships, my friends making social skills. I want to feel love. I was in a very beautiful relationship with my girlfriend for 4.5 years, but we broke up last year. And she told me things that make sense, but they were hurtful. I was
Well, yeah, the truth is, women, besides the fact of what women say they want on the internet and whatever, just don't listen to anything they say, pretty much. The truth is, women want a dominant masculine man. Does this guy look like a dominant masculine man? I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying. Just saying. He does not seem like a dominant masculine man. And it's not too late to improve that, but it will take some work and consistency at working at that. So it makes sense. And, those hurtful things she told him, I'm sure were hurtful, but maybe they were necessary.
Yeah,
Maybe it was character
because
development.
because sometimes these, if they say something to you and it's hurtful, maybe it's because there's a possibility that some things that they're saying is actually true, and those words are trying to help you be better and help you improve yourself. Think of those hurtful words. I mean, unless if they're actually like words that, like, oh, you slimy looking, stuff like that. If it's not any of that stuff and it's actual like, oh, you're not masculine enough, or like, you're lazy, you're doing all this and blah blah blah. If it's stuff like that, those are things that you should be taking in as critiques and criticisms and taking to heart, and then finding a way to improve yourself and get rid of those types of critiques. And so then you can move on past this relationship, the situation that you're in, and go on and be better person moving forward. That's what you should be doing with that type of information. I wonder if he's gonna say the things that she said or whatever, because I would like to know what they are.
was I was being told that I'm not. My parents never made me responsible to take accountability of things.
Okay, right there, right there, right there, right there. See, she said that the his parents never made him responsible to take accountability. So that right there is something where you should be like, okay,
Parents have
yeah,
failed.
okay, that's true. My parents didn't make me did not show me how to take accountability for the actions that I make. They're not telling me how to be responsible for what I do, right? So now how do I do this? This is not something to be like, okay, yeah, my parents didn't do this. Now I don't know what to do with my life, and I'm gonna just sit and be upset. No, this is a moment where you need to be like, okay,
Well, now
this
what?
is the problem. Let me find the solution, because this is where you character develop, right? You have a solution on yourself, within yourself, that now you need to resolve in some sort of way. You need to find a way to understand what accountability is. You need to understand how to be responsible for the things you do. You need to understand how that works and how society takes upon that, and how you yourself can develop with it. And I want to know if there's more.
That I'm a negative person. That
That can be solved with a lot of different things. Negativity can be solved with eating right, going to the gym, doing things that you like to do. Those things will make you a positive person. Trust me. Trust me on this. You might have a little bit of negativity here and there, but positivity will outshine always.
I bring negativity in her life, and that
It's also probably because you have probably not only a scarcity mindset, but you have a victim mentality as well.
Yeah, if
Just
you
saying.
have a victim mentality and you're always negative all the time, people around you are going to sense that. They're not going to want to be around you. It is simple in human nature. It's one of the laws of power. Avoid the unhappy and the unlucky. Very powerful law. You can
Yes.
see the video we have on that if you guys would like. We are reviewing all the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene.
Yeah.
But
It's in a
yeah,
playlist on our
if,
channel.
if you're just negative and you're depressing, of course people are not going to be around you. But the question is now, all right, if you don't like that quality about you, what are you going to do to change that? What kind of actions are you going to take to make yourself better in that regard?
Exactly. There's so many things that you could be doing, and there's so many, because it's all based on your mentality, your brain power. You let yourself get to have a victim mentality, and you blame people, you blame outside forces, when it really is on, like, yeah, they are a part of it. However, you yourself aren't doing anything about it. You are only The only things that you're doing is just pointing blame. And the best thing to do is understand, oh, this is the hand I'm dealt, right? I don't know how to be accountable for the actions that I make. I don't know how to be responsible for the actions that I make. My parents were very neglectant of me, especially emotionally, right? This was the hand I was dealt. So what should I do with this hand? How can I make this hand a better hand? How do I do that? That is how you should be living life, and going through life, trying to make the hand that you're dealt the best hand possible. And so, you should not be seeing your hand and seeing that the hand is a bad hand and folding. You should not be folding, or
Right.
doing all these whatever other poker terms you want to throw at it. Do the best you can with the hand you're dealt. That's just how life is. That's just how it goes. And if you want to try to have a positive life, if you want happiness, if you want friends, if you want a social life, if you want a career, you need to put in the work to do it, and you need to find out how to do it. You succeeding by doing that, you will be better than 90% of people that have
Right.
had it since the beginning, because you worked to get there. That is something that's courageous right there. Anyway, let's continue.
That has also really affected me because I am a very hypersensitive person. So to understand myself deeply, for the last 1 year after the breakup, I dive deep into human psychology and try to understand myself, like why the fuck I am the way I am.
It's a good start.
It's also a rabbit hole,
Yeah,
you
be
which is
careful.
probably where
Yeah.
he's going, because there's books out there that you could read that, some people might just read and be like, okay, I'm learning things, this is cool. And then sometimes there's different people that might read the same book and just go, oh my god, my life is a lie, everything I know, and start going crazy. Just be careful with the books that you read, and try to read it slowly, and try to really understand with a non-biased mind of your own life. Because once you start adding your own life into the things that you read with these books, you're
Right.
you can put yourself in a bad spot. So just be careful.
And I realized that childhood trauma is a very big part of it, and it's none of my fault.
Well, it's not of your
Well,
fault that the trauma was put upon you. It's your fault of what you've done with it. That's where you're right. You get it. You being traumatized by your childhood as a child is something that you physically could not do anything about. However, the things that you do with that after the fact is on you. You going through this trauma, right, does not stop you from being like a normal person, a regular person. You just have this stuff, and you have to live with it, but you still move on. You still move forward. If you do not do that, then you have this mentality here, which is the victim mentality.
yeah, and you can also use it to your advantage as well. Like, all right, this stuff happened to me, but now I'm going to become strong. I'm going to get myself out. I'm going to be the hero that I know I can be. I'm going to be the man I know I'm destined to be. Even though I went through all this stuff, I'm going to let this stuff make me stronger compared to let it destroy me.
Yeah,
Totally different mindset.
yeah, exactly. It's all in here. Yes, like, listen, let me be real with you now. I probably have never gone through trauma as he has as a child. Okay, so maybe I just don't understand the trauma that he's gone through. However, how my mind works is, if I've gone through something, I want to learn why it happened. Why did this happen? Why did I go through this? What did I do wrong? What did I do right? What can I do to move forward? Right? And I've gone through a lot of different things. Everyone's gone through a bunch of stuff, right? Everybody. Doesn't matter if it's childhood trauma, horrible breakups, bad experiences at work, whatever. It doesn't matter. People go through things, okay? Everybody goes through something. But it's what you do after the fact, after all that stuff is said and done, the smoke clears. It's how your mind works after. It's how you process the situation, process the emotions that you have for during, either during or after this specific event that went into your life, and what you do moving forward. And right now it seems that he has all these issues, like this childhood trauma specifically, and he's just compartmentalizing it, right? And putting it like as like a trophy on a wall and saying, there's my trauma. I have this trauma, and isn't really like doing really anything about it. He just has it for everyone to see, and really isn't trying to improve upon it. He's not trying to improve himself knowing that he has this. He's just saying, "Oh, here's I have all this trauma. Here it is." He didn't do anything about it. It's just there. Like, instead of actually working to go past that trauma, move forward from that trauma, live life understanding that you've gone through this, and you're working hard to not make it a like a big part of your life,
All
stuff
right.
like that.
But I'm dealing with the consequences of it, and it's really not fair. But I also realize that I can't change the past,
Exactly.
True.
so I need to work on the things that are in my hands right now. That how can I improve my life from now
Exactly.
on? That I have all these knowledge.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, you're doing okay. So that right there is a good step. Great step. Work with the things that you can, and that you can work with. There are things that have already happened that you cannot change. You cannot, fix to make them right. It's what you can do with right now is the things that you can fix.
I also recently discovered that I am neurotic.
What?
Ooh.
My personality trait is INFP. My personality type is INFP.
I need to know what INFP is. So I'm gonna do some quick research on neurotic and INFP. Neurotic. Um, I was okay. Well, it's giving me stuff about medicine here. Give me a second, guys. Propensity toward anxiety, negativity, and self doubt. Yeah, you're. That's pretty much what you. It's pretty
That's
much.
definitely what you're portraying, but
Yeah,
you can still do things to minimize that.
yeah. Like by giving yourself labels like this, it's just victimizing
You're
yourself
making it
even
worse
more.
on yourself.
Yeah,
You're
when
just
you don't
making it
need,
worse.
you definitely don't need that.
I
And
would
then,
not believe that piece of paper.
yes, so now I'm gonna do a personality type. It was INFP.
Yeah.
Personality type I INFP. Um, Someone who possesses the introverted, intuitive, feeling, and prospecting personality traits. These are personality types tend to be quiet, open-minded, and imaginative, and they apply a caring and creative approach to everything they do. You know what's funny? This kind of reminds me a little bit of me. So now we're connecting on a personal level right here, sir. I don't really I don't really consider myself as personality type INFP. However, it has traits that I do also have. I'm very creative. I am I'm a little introverted. I'd rather just hang out at home and do work
I can
here
confirm.
instead of going out and being retarded.
Can confirm.
I'd rather do that. I care and I am creative and stuff. So like, yeah,
True.
that is me. That is who I am. And so now you guy that I don't remember the channel name, I'm very sorry. And I also don't remember your name. It's very long. I apologize. However, we right now are connecting on a personal level dealing with personality. You and I have a similar personality, at least in this aspect here. And I can tell you that having these traits, these specific ones, are very beneficial, especially if you know how to use them properly and you know how to control them in a way to get the things that you want and do the things that you want to be doing. I like I like to be introverted. I like to work on things at home, I like to be home.
True.
I like to, because I work on this channel all the time, and so I'm always in this room. I'm always in this office trying to edit, trying to do things for the channel. I'm always trying to do some sort of work possible, and then also Andrew comes here and we work on stuff for a couple hours and do things. So I'm always in here doing things. I'm always trying to be creative on certain ways to edit and certain things to record or react to and stuff like that. So I'm always trying to do that. I'm a very open-minded person when we talk about specific topics, and people give their own opinions. I'm very open-minded to what they're talking about, because I try to see it through their lens, and I try to understand what they're going through, and I try to put it into the lens of what I know and what I've been through. So I'm very much like that as well. However, I do it in a way that is beneficial to me. So you need to take those traits and try to make it beneficial to you.
Right.
Let's continue. Oh no, I have it muted. Sorry guys, hold on. Backing it up a second. Goddamn YouTube.
I also self-diagnose myself, which is, I know,
You already
is
know.
not a very good thing to do.
Yes, not a good
But
thing
I
to do.
self-diagnose myself as ADHD and BPD.
Okay, don't do that. Don't do that.
While he self-diagnoses himself in negative stuff, I diagnose myself as sexy, as amazing, hilarious, great friend, great family member, great person, optimist, opportunistic, awesome, awesome-tastic, and the coolest bro ever. So I self-diagnose myself as amazing. And that's what you guys should really be doing. This guy self-diagnosing himself as BPD, ADHD, death, negative. No. F in the chat for this guy. That is not a way to ever self-diagnose yourself. Ever. Never
Never self-diagnose yourself.
yeah, never
Because that you're doing it. You're not a doctor. You're not number one. You're not a doctor.
you'd be a very bad doctor.
Number two, by you doing this, your brain then just creates it for you, right? You might have slight. It's like having a slight cough, and then you looking up the what could be the reason why you have this slight cough, and it tells you cancer, and it's like, oh, I have cancer, and now you feel like shit, like worse than you were after you found out that that was a possible cause. It's like that. Think of it as like that. By you self-diagnosing yourself as ADHD and BPD, you then are going to have those traits be artificially enhanced into your brain and into then the rest of your body.
Yeah.
So when you might have had a couple twitches here and there, or you couldn't sit still because of some sort of reason, and you're like, oh, why am I doing this? Oh, I might have ADHD. Now you're going to continuously do it more and more and more. And you didn't even need to be self-diagnosing yourself. And if you didn't self-diagnose yourself, you probably wouldn't really have this issue as much. You probably had a slight tick going on for a couple weeks, and then it went away. And you could have bipolar disorder. You could be happy and then be very sad because you saw something and you just think it's because of bipolar disorder. It's just not how it works. And now, because that you label yourself with these, now it is part of you. Your brain makes it part of you now, and so that's a problem. You do not do that, because now you're self-harming yourself in the mental, and that's not what you want to do.
It's a very negative way to be. So let's continue.
Yeah.
So now the question arises that what should I do with all this information? I should go to therapy, which I did,
Good.
but it didn't work out the way I wanted, or it didn't help me enough. I took a bunch of therapy sessions with a bunch of different therapists. It didn't work out.
I wonder what they said to him.
I wonder why it didn't work.
When I'm also a single child, so
Okay, so we're now connecting again, because I also am a single child.
Well, he's not technically because I'm here, but I see what he means.
Yes, I understand. We're bros. However, you did not come out of my mother's vagina. So
I have not.
I, you came out of your mom's vagina. I came out of mine. So I am a single child. And so I can connect with with you, guy, on that kind of level as well.
That has also affected me a lot. I don't know if I have told it in this video or not, but I'm also single child. That has also affected me a lot.
And I can understand it can affect some people because like and especially with what he's dealing with right here because he said that he has had childhood trauma. His parents pretty much were emotionless with him, right? They didn't really give him much like he pretty much didn't really care and they were very neutral going through. I on the other hand did not have th- that bad of that kind of shit. I They let me do whatever. Well, they let me be me. They you know inflicted their will when they needed to and I was out of line. But at the end of the day, the majority of my day was me being by myself, and that's probably what he was dealing with too. And that's just what a person who is an only child deals with. They if the parents aren't around to watch a movie or hang out or play video games or play ball outside or something like that, if they're not there to do that, then you have to deal with yourself. You have to play. I don't want to say play with yourself, but play either a game or create something, and you have to do all these things on your own. But being on your own is couldn't be beneficial too, but it's all about how you look at life and how you look at things. When I was a kid, I played video games all the time by myself. I was playing, Game Boy, GameCube, you know, uh Xbox. I was doing it by myself. I had friends who I would see every so often and play as well, but like when it was just me, like I was just with myself. I would just be playing or I'd be writing or whatever it was, and I'd be doing it on my own. And every so often, like I would hang out with my dad, or I would have to go somewhere with my mom or something like that. But I also had social circles and friends that I would talk to and connect with every so often, every couple days or at school.
Gotta
But
find a way.
yeah, but being at home, I can understand. Like I can understand that because there is no brother, there is no sister. And sometimes if you're in a bad situation like he is, the parents aren't always going to be there to talk to you or do something with you. They're not going to be there, so it's just you. And with that, you have to just do things on your own, number one. And number two, you need to understand that being alone sometimes is it's not that bad. I don't mind. Like if everyone just like if Andrew just left the room right now and just went home, and my wife didn't come home and was out, let's say, with like a girlfriend, she went to her house and they're watching a movie or whatever, and it's just me here, I'd be chilling. Like I'm gonna just do what I do because I'm just so used to being alone, just not like being by myself.
Yeah, you guys
I'm
need.
not alone, I'm just being by myself.
Yeah, you guys out there need to learn to appreciate the time you have with yourself. Very much a powerful skill that many of you need to develop. So let's continue with the
Yeah.
video.
Because I have always been taught to figure things out on my own, and
Good.
that has made me this person who doesn't trust people easily,
Not good.
Not good.
has rejection issues,
Not
which
good.
I'm dealing with right now because I am being dumped after a 4.5 years of relationship.
Good. Bang new girls.
I'm also
Work.
people pleaser and stuff like that.
Work.
I'm sorry, I know this video is going nowhere, but I'm trying. I'm trying to stay afloat. I'm trying to not give up. I'm trying to figure a way out to feel fulfilled in my life. For a first time, I have never feel fulfilled in my life. Either it's emotionally or socially or whatever. I'm not having panic attacks, but I'm just crying because
Yeah, no, that shit sucks.
I
But
don't know. I don't know why I'm crying.
well, I know why you're crying. You're pretty much reliving trauma in your brain right now. It's just replaying back. So you're by you talking about it, you are now reliving it, and so
You gotta let
your
it out in the right
body,
way.
yeah, your body is just letting letting out your emotions, which I mean is it's natural. It's natural to do that, and but understand this: you going through these things does not fully define you. It is what you do with these things. You might feel unfulfilled and you might feel this way, but you can still feel fulfilled. You can get there. You might not feel fulfilled now. You might not have the life you wanted right now, but at 29, you can find the life that you're looking for at 35. You can find the life that you're looking for at 40. You can. But it's up to you to understand I've had these issues. These are problems that I have, but I need to work through them and get on the other side and get to the goals that I want and get to the things that I think I need and go forward from there.
No matter what.
Yeah. And like listen, if this guy's watching this somehow, some way, and might still be dealing with shit like this, please either comment on this stream, comment on the in the comments after the live is over, or try to message us on our socials. We have the socials all linked in our channel and
We'll be
and the
good friends.
description and stuff. Message us on there, and we will talk to you and we will help you if you have any problems, because we feel like that we can help pretty much almost anybody at any situation. But we're almost done with this video. I want to hear what else he has to say.
But I'm crying. So the point of this video is that this is where I am currently right now in my life. I know there are a lot of people who have worse than me, who had worse than me, and I'm just putting it out there that I know that I will come out of this.
Good.
I have to come out of this
You will. You will.
because it's not very pretty to live a life like this where you don't know your emotions, where you don't know who you are as a person, where you don't know what you want to do in a career, where you don't know what are your priorities because you have always been a people pleaser. And the irony is that I still have no friends. Yeah, there might be a lot of things that I need to discover about myself because that's a never ending thing.
Yep.
But I will not give up.
Good.
Sometimes I feel suicidal, but I will never give up. I'm
No,
not that
don't
weak.
give up.
I believe that there is a light at the end of this tunnel, and I
There always is. Came in, Jack. How dare you? How dare you came in, Jack?
It's never
Ruin
too
this very
late.
nice moment. Oh, and it's over.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah, guys. So it's not too late to get your stuff together. It's not too late to make a change. The best you could do is start now. And you know, sad, but it's not at a loss. There's still hope, and he's gonna make it. He's gonna do it.
yeah, if he's still around, like I said, definitely message us and talk to us, and we can help you. And if anyone might be going through any specific similar situations, definitely you can reach out to us as well, and we can talk about it. We can definitely help anybody out there that might be going through some sort of situation.
Yeah, guys, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Definitely subscribe, and definitely reach out. So we're gonna see you guys in the next video.